Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Snowbear22, and I will be bringing you this match of Cinco Bingo. Card will be revealed shortly, please. So there we go. And we have both Fire, who is 2-0, versus zethno, who has not quite played a match yet. This is his first one, so this is going to be a real good match coming up. Alright, in terms of the goals, we have Stop Evolving in the center, which is going to be pretty interesting. We do have Mineral Badge as our longish goal. But I think this is a pretty good card. It is just going to involve a clock rollover for that TM13 Snore move. But other than that, I don't think they have any giggles. Zethno's setting it to 1050. So that's a little bit different. A lot of times you'll just set it till 11 o'clock or something like that, giving him some extra time. So that's a show, fail, and Fearo. Easy throw pick, no problem. Since today's Stone Evolution is the Arcanine Ninetales, so Fable Wigglytuff is not going to be on the card. So we see Snare go right away. Not on the card today, but that'll be okay. Fearo is definitely one of the most runnable Pokemon here, especially if you get a good moveset. Because it is normal type, it has access to Headbutt very early on. So I could see him running it, assuming it's got a decent moveset. Unlucky. Fire finds a male Grand Bolt, but no Pokeballs to catch it. That's a Mew and a Hitmontop. Oh my. So that's definitely a gentlest Pokemon for Zethno, which is very good. Hitmontop potentially a main, but I don't know, I would stick with this Fearo, even though it's a female. Oh, Polkadot Bow? Easy peasy. So, a lot of the times you may be wondering why gender matters. It doesn't make as big of a difference, but it just means that you're gonna have on the lower half of attack stats, knowing you have female for the Fearo. And I see Fire picking up the berries, getting prepared for that Snorkel. Slash Spear though is so good. I love it. Although Slash the Fable can be an issue. Mew has this is Cinco Bingo. This is Pokemon Crystal Randomizer Cinco Bingo. It means you're looking for 5 rows, columns are diagonals, they can't overlap, and once you get 5 rows, you're all good. Just to clarify, the randomizer randomizes the moves of the Pokemon. It does randomize the items on the ground. It shuffles around the TMs or randomizes them. But other than that, they're mostly okay. It does set the variance spending and stuff, but this is just normal items on the ground that are shuffled. You still gotta do normal progression ones. Oh my gosh. Tauros, that's also really good. That's been one of the more run Pokemon as well. Mega Kick. Ooh. Although, I think that Fear is a little bit more runnable, although that Tauros will learn a move at level 4. So it is potential to main switch, or definitely main switches, since it's so early on. So definitely Dojo is also going to be pretty easy. All these normal types are very easy for the 4 moves sharing its type. Although they're going to be on the lookout for a ghost type Pokemon and Generalist. It was asked, do the Pokemon learn the moves at the normal levels they would? Yes, they learn moves at the normal levels they would, but the moves that they learn are randomized. Guidance and Ekans, Arbok Sandslash isn't on the card, but that's okay. Seems like we've seen most of the stuff on the Route 30. And Jinx has blessed us this ROM. So, Fire has found Nidorino, which is very good for an Evolved 4 Pokemon. And it looks like both of our runners are running Fearow. Very good. Ah! And here's the legendary Two Spoons, who's normally just 2 knives. But it has a special move! Oh my gosh, you guys are in for a rare treat. This is a rare special Alakazam we have here. it's not the normal 2 knives. It may in fact just be 2 spoons, and it looks like Zethno has also been blessed as well. So for those who are wondering, a lot of times we see Alakazam. Oh, and Doduo has teleport. Very good. So we see Alakazam, and the typical meme is it's very, very physical. Although in this, and hence the 2 knives, although in this case, it has a rock move, but also has Thunder Punch, which is very good. Teleport, though, is huge in coming in clutch, though. Because that could be something, or on the Pokemon, it's a non-damaging move, but also lets you skip around, and it makes things a little bit faster overall. And just a reminder, guys, this is Gen 2, so moves are special or physical depending on their types. So Electric is a special type, hence Thunder Punch is a special move. And so Fire is climbing the tower to get Flash at the top. Not a problem. And he finds Magnemite, so this would be his first Genderless Pokemon, although he runs away. And Zethno seems to be having some trouble with this Gengar. Since it seems like neither of his Pokemon really deal with it pretty well. I think this is the fun book trainer he's fighting, but so kind of unfortunate this is what he finds. For those who are wondering what a good way to remember the special types are, just think of the evolutions plus dragon. So that's fire, water, electric, grass, dragon, dark, and psychic. So special is, for those who are wondering also, the special is actually split into special attack and special defense. However, the DVs on the special are the same to make it backwards compatible with Gen 1. So Pokemon do have split special and attack and defense. It looks like Zethno is also just charging right up to the tower. He's also going to be running that, running the Zero. I think he's realized that that Mew, although it has higher stats generally, is not workable at this point. Oh my gosh. That's unfortunate. The Rhydon has, Morning Sun. But that's okay. Absorb just helps Zero gain back all the lost health. The current format of the tourney is we have group stages, and once the group stages are over, we will be seeding people into a 32-person double elimination bracket. Right now, this is still group stages. We have 10 groups of 5, which means we take the top 3 from all of the groups, plus we have 2 wildcard spots. So having the expert share early is really nice, although you are guaranteed to have one once you turn in the red scale to Mr. Pokemon. This Slowking being kind of a pain in the butt. And Zethno gets an encounter in the tower, that's pretty rare. But yeah, so Zethno should know from this timing that the experience share is pretty soon, unless he didn't grab the items. He may not have grabbed the item, I don't think, so he might have missed the experience share. And the level 9 was a gator. Drill Tech Gator. They made a very wise decision to climb the tower. And Zethno picks up the experience share, very good. And so we're also being joined right now by the Fancy One to help me co-commentate this. So
hello, good to see you again.
Good to see you. So for those who are just missing it, we have started with this. We had the Furo, which was the starter they chose, and both of them have been running it. Fire has picked up an Alakazam with Ancient Power, and they both got the experience share from the top of the tower. So they should be also. So Zethno finished the older 2 and is unfortunately taking the Walk of Shame down. But regardless, he does have it.
Yeah, and it looks like Fire's already finished Faulkner as well in the time that it took him to do the Walk of Shame.
Yeah, so Fire's been a little bit further ahead since he committed to that Furo much earlier on. So they have both set their times to have it roll over in preparation for TM13 Snore. I believe Zethno set it to. I wasn't sure which day Zethno set it to, and I didn't see what Fire set it to, but it doesn't matter since there's not really a specific day in the specific day goal in the card.
Yeah, and I know I'm catching up here. I know you've probably already talked about it already, but now that I'm seeing this card, I'm a little nervous for some of our runners. Some of these goals, just like the other race, a lot of Pokemon goals. What are your thoughts on this card?
I mean, I think it's probably that, but there's also a good amount of fights for them to get information of. But unfortunately, Fire hits the optional. Didn't quite give information, but you know, it could have. Slight mismovement.
Makes up for it with that spinner though. That was really clean. movement to get past that second hiker.
Absolutely.
And he's gonna stop to fight this first Pokemaniac out of 10. So, again, unfortunately not getting any information here, but does make progress on that goal at least.
Absolutely. I still would save it towards the end, although being level 15, 16 at this point, you don't have to worry about that higher level Pokemon. And it seems like we're still running into Pokemon that could be on the card, but just aren't. It's rather unfortunate. Although Fire does stumble upon Execute, which is a very good, another Pokemon that can be easily used for Evolve 4. I think the most brutal goal of this is definitely the Stop Evolving 4 in the middle, right there.
Yeah, and having Stop Evolving and Evolve 4 on the same card is always a little bit of missed synergy there, right? Now you have to find something probably you want to evolve through levels to counter that goal, but can't get it until you get that Stop Evolving 4 times.
I mean, I think the nice thing about that Stop Evolving a Pokemon 4 times goal is that it's so flexible. I mean, a lot of times you just need an early a Pokemon that's early evolves, or just one level away to make it not a problem. It looks like Fire is naming the Execute WoW because he got so many encounters in that last part without a repel. And also maybe that it was just frustrating as well.
Yeah, and to your point of finding Pokemon that's, close to evolving or has an early evolve, there is some opportunities to work towards multiple goals here as well. If you find a Cyndaquil, a Totodile, or a Chikorita, then you can work on that Bailey Croconaw Quilava while also stopping evolve, and same with the Fur Kadabra, so yeah, I think you're right in that goal is going to be really flexible and probably be a seat of comfort for both of our runners.
And it looks like Zethno is already checking stuff. He did check the grammar. I missed where that was, but unfortunately Scyther is Whirl Islands only, so good luck finding it there. Even with Dexteria Beep, it is still very difficult to find a Pokemon in Whirl Islands, because there are so many different rooms that it could be in.
Yeah, and unless Catch a Pokemon in Nuvia's room is in there, you really have no right to be in Whirl Islands.
And so for those who are wondering sort of, why did Fire sell the leftovers? Well, leftovers text each time does take a while. And it really doesn't provide much HP low levels. So it's just kind of there to slow you down. Although unfortunately Zethno seems to have moved slightly incorrectly and got hit by that guy outside the well.
Luckily it does have
the cave.
Yeah, luckily it does have Quilava, so although it is extra time he's spending in a fight, it is information for him.
There's also an Eevee, which is also another easy stone evolution. Oh, and a Blissey. Oh, that's a good sack of experience if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, so all things considered, as unfortunate as it is to run into an optional, that one was just a nicely wrapped present for him. Fire catching a Cubone as well, which is on the card, so that is row 4, column 1, done for not done, but information for him.
Yeah, so that's pretty darn good for us to see. Although, I did forget that Zethno did find a Gengar early on, so that is Ghost type information. So they've got sort of the bits and workings of several different goals, but nothing quite to set a path for them quite yet.
Yeah, and encounter rate in Slowpoke Well tends to be pretty low, so there's a good chance that Zethno, when he gets here, might not actually end up seeing Cubone. bone.
Well, I think that would. Oh, that's true. I mean, I tend to. It's kind of like a 50-50 whether you'll get an encounter there or not. I've had so many times where I just get an encounter, but it is indeed a low encounter rate. But yeah, Fire is making lots of progress with that Fearow. This is why Fearow is definitely one of the strongest Pokemon. You know, it's so easy to look down upon it, but really, it's got a very good attack. And with Stab Slash, you just go to town.
Yeah, it's one of the things I really actually like about this race. You just get to see some unusual mains. Granbull, another really fun one to use during this race.
Absolutely. Yeah, Fire did find a male Granbull, which is very rare considering it's 25% male. But he didn't have Pokeballs because it was the first pass on 29.
Oh, that is super unfortunate. Again, and just because I know we saw this in the last race that we co-commented together, the downside of running physical attackers, and this includes Fearow, is you always have to be worried about those burns.
But Fearow's got a pretty good speed, and so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Actually, it's one of the speedier Pokemons out there.
Absolutely. And Fire already on to Bugsy, making really good time here.
You know, so I mean, it seems like Zethno and Fire are taking really different paths, whereas Zethno seems to be kind of adverse to repelling. Fire, you know, was okay repelling for the most part. You know, I feel like I ask this every time, but do you really like, you know, the repelling early on, or do you like to take that chance to find a Pokemon like Zethno has early on?
So I'm half foot in where I'll repel, but I'll usually take one encounter before I repel, just to see, you know, just get that little bit of information. I don't think that's very common, it's definitely not efficient, right? You just want to open up your menu and repel right away, but I like to have my cake and eat it too. What about you?
I am definitely one of those persons who will repel throughout the first part of the game. Maybe in small parts of the grass, not take it, but definitely, I will repel for the first part, and then once I'm done, I will leave it be.
Yeah, and we should point out this strategy did work out for Zethno. He did find a oh gosh, I can't even think of the name. Bayleaf. So that is a goal on the card here, so he does get progress that way. I did see a Paris as well. Unfortunately, Paris and that is not on the card today.
Yeah, but what is really critical about that Bayleaf Crocodile Quilava is that Bayleaf did have rollout. He did know about it. I did mark it for him because information has to be done. It has to be revealed if you know about it. We don't advocate for hiding from. We don't. If you know the information and you have it, it has to be marked. There is no hiding of goals that you have achieved.
Fire getting a Vulpix on the rival. Did they choose the same starter? Was Fearow the starter?
Yes, Fearow was the starter. They both chose it, so they'll both have information on that.
And that really opens up row 5, right? Because if Vulpix is catchable, and that's always the asterisk, right? Pokemon with 4, well, actually, I misread that. I thought that was just 4 moves matching its type.
We do have Stop Evolving 4 times on the card. And evolve 4 different Pokemon, so, you know, it's one of those classic ones where you gotta watch what's going on.
Yeah, and you can't stop stone evolutions anyway, so the Ninetales just gonna count as that 4 different evolving 4 different Pokemon.
I think it's usually preferred, because having stone evolutions as you're evolving, different evolving is really convenient.
Agreed. Yeah, it's definitely the way to go if you can find, you know, Starmie, or Staryu, Shelder, Vulpix, Growlithe, Weeping Bell, Gloom, just all these different stone Pokemon. It makes your life a lot easier. Now it's Fire choosing to take encounters here in Elix, or did he just run out of repels?
Yeah. But luckily he did grab a max repel right there.
And he actually had 6 regular ones as well, so he did just kind of choose to take an encounter or 2 there. And we'll go ahead and evolve this Execute to get one of his 4 evolved Pokemon.
Oh wow, so that Executor has 3 non-damaging TM moves, which with the Flash makes that goal, well, right there. So it's really nice to see so many goals marked early on.
Yeah.
This is one of the nice things about having Flash done, because I mean, not only was it on the card directly, but it helps out with the non-damaging TM moves, which is huge. A lot of times you just get Flash for the non-damaging TM moves, but that's kind of out of your way thing. But with it, the goal right there on the card, in the corner, same row as non-damaging TM moves, that's just very convenient. So that's row 5, that is pretty much a lock for Fire. Column 5, they have information on, assuming they'll find more genderless Pokemon. We've seen currently Mew on Zethno side, and Fire did run away from that Magnum. Or no, I think he ran away from the Magnemite.
So does that mean the only information they don't have for Column 5 is the Coughing Grimer Zubat, or have they seen that as well?
They've seen Grimer. I did not catch. Zethno has been checking the decks every time there's information. I have not seen where that was, though. And Fire does a quick contest and quits for an extra berry, which is really nice, because that should help,
with the Snorlax.
Yeah.
And we see Zethno heading into the gym now, so we will be following the same path that Fire took with the left twin. We're just gonna see Fire here collect the conversation with this individual so that he can get the watering can or the spray bottle.
Squirt bottle, but yes.
Squirt bottle.
And taking advantage of the teleport, which is so nice. This is one of the better things about teleport, is it saves you the trek back.
And we're on to Whitney's gym. So he is just about not just about, he is a full gym ahead of Zethno at this point. Eradicate, unfortunately not on the card today as well.
So did you know that Whitney's gym is... the Clefairy is shaped like Whitney's gym?
Yes. Yes, I did actually. And I love how you worded that. I'm not gonna correct that at all, because that exactly is how it should be. That is a Charizard with Blizzard, that is gonna hurt. Luckily didn't get a
That is
freeze.
gonna hurt. But, lucky crit, no sweat, not even close. Although, oh my gosh, Zethno's Fira is paralyzed, which is very frustrating. But looks like he deals with Bugsy's Venusaur no problem.
Yeah, unfortunately that means he will probably want to go heal up if he doesn't have a paralyzed cure before he fights this next rival.
So for those who are kind of wondering, you need 7 berries to cure the Miltank. So the way you do it is you normally do the first 2 routes, and you clock reset for or day roll over for them. So that's a total of 4 berries. There's Mr. Pokemon's house, which is 5 berries. There's the Shucky for 6 berries, and then there's the one on Route 38 for 7 berries. But you can substitute one of the berries if you can get away with quitting the contest or just failing the contest, because they will give you just a normal berry.
Yeah, so again, just Fire taking advantage of that, and going to be able to skip one of these berries, and he's on to his second of 10 Pokemaniacs.
Yeah, so the Pokemaniacs are spread throughout the spread throughout the world of Johto. There are a total of 11 of them. You're only required to fight 10 of them. There are 2 here in the Goldenrod Underground. There are 3 in Union Cave. One of them up that top. The other 2 are in the water, or down below, where you require Surf. There is 1 in Mount Mortar, and then 1 right outside of Mount Mortar on Route 42. There are 3 on Route 43 on the way to Lake Rage, and the last one, the one in green, is on Route 44. Most Pokemaniacs are blue. That one's special.
And luckily, in this randomizer, if we lose track, the done button shows how many Pokemaniacs you have fought, so we can easily verify there.
So we have a question about why Fire picked up the game, the coin case. When you're in there anyways to deal with the Pokemaniacs, it's just a simple, it's just a few steps away to grab that coin case. And because the Pokemon at the game corner could be ones that are on the card, but are not shown on the Pokedex.
Yeah,
so
we actually saw that.
Very,
I was gonna say we actually saw that in the very last race. They picked up the coin case on the way to fight the rival Thor, came back, saw a Moltres, which counted towards 3 Gentlest Pokemon.
Yeah, so that's kind of thing that happens very often. And now Fire squared into the Widow, which today is a Shelter, which is another very easy evolve for. And the nice thing is it's got high defense, so you don't have to worry about murderifying it with a physical move, that is. Special moves is a different case, because the Cloister Shelter line has very little special defense.
Yeah, so that is, I believe, once he chooses to evolve that, it's just going to be an easy second out of 4 evolutions for him.
Well, he's got that is 2, and then he's going to be looking for that Vulpix for 3, and then he's just going to find a 4th one, hopefully one that he can stop evolving 4 times. Actually, no, he's got 3 of them already with the Nidorino there. And our today's Kenya is right on. Unfortunately, not on the card, but still a good Pokemon nonetheless.
And just in case he needed more information on Pokemon that evolve through zones, here's Garland.
Zethno trying to be careful to avoid those trainers on Route 34, which seems a little bit unfamiliar, but is able to get through no problem.
And Zethno did stop there to put the amulet coin on the 0, so he should be picking up a bit more money now, and almost forgets Kenya, but does go back and picks it up.
I'm not sure I agree with switching to the amulet coin. You're gonna have plenty of money, and buying the 3 Pokemon on the game corner is not on the card, so you didn't have to worry about too much money trouble, especially when you picked up the couple of the other money items on the ground.
Yeah, it does make it so that if, the first 2 Pokemon in the game corner aren't useful and the 3rd one is, right, then sure, a little bit easier to buy, but that is something I didn't think about. It doesn't serve any immediate purpose. It will let him buy a little bit more safety. He'll probably choose to purchase a couple more revives.
And that Haunter is really giving Fire some Pikachu's because, of course, it's a ghost type, so fighting type moves don't deal much damage, or it can't deal damage at all. The Ice Beam is a problem because of Haunter's high special attack, and just in general, Fearow doesn't have any moves that really cover ghost types in the form of Absorb.
Yeah, luckily we did see Fire choose to buy some revival herbs, so that we'll get the full health, which will help him finish this off.
So after much struggle, he gets through. That is ghost type information for him, so that should help him with column 1 as well. So it looks like we're sort of getting the first kind of remnants of our path. Column 1, row 4, row 5. Zethno does catch a giraffe, which is on Route 36. Very good. So we can sort of see a path for all of our runners together. With the column 1, column 2, row 5, row 4, and column 5. If we with the perfect vision we have now.
Yeah, or bottom left to top right, because now you can both do, search the Growlithe and the Vulpix, because both will get that information.
Absolutely. So we should have that, and I expect Fire to be teaching Surf to that Fearow as a coverage move, because it will help with future endeavors with any more ghost Pokemon. Although Fire does teach Headbutt over Slash. I guess he values the flinch chances more than the crit chances, although I would argue Slash is superior to Headbutt.
I agree with you. I was just about to bring up the same exact point that you just did, so great minds, great minds.
I mean, there are both times, they have the same power, but a lot of times I think people compare Slash to Strength because the high crit chance move makes it feel like it has a little bit more oomph. Although, looks like the flinch chance is already paying off.
And this is Scyther information as well.
In case Fire didn't see it before, this is information he has now. Zethno checking the TMs. I just barely missed the text on them, but it looks like nothing interesting.
Yeah, and Fire finding a Gengar as well, which is the second ghost type Pokemon he can now search just in case that Haunter is findable.
Psychic Gengar, though, is actually a big problem because of Gengar's high special attack. Ugh.
Yeah, he's just getting walled by these ghost type Pokemon in this. It's very unfortunate.
But, as you said, he did buy some revival herbs from the Mahogany in the underground, so he should be able to get through. And it looks like Zethno is still looking for those non-TM damaging moves. I don't think he's checked the execute yet.
Which answers my question of, does he have an execute?
I know he saw it in the cave. I don't remember if he caught it. But here's today's roamers today, so let's listen up. Alright chat, now's your time to guess, and we'll hold off from it for a little bit.
I mean, you know I am miserable at guessing these as well, so I'm happy to defer this to chat.
I was pretty sure that second Pokemon, the Entei, was a Vulpix.
I thought it was a Charmander.
I'll be honest, they were a little bit quiet for me, so I didn't quite catch them all. And I'm not always the best at guessing those.
So Fire is on to Morty's gym. Handling his first trainer a lot smoother than these ghost types that he has been seeing. Hopefully he doesn't run into more, in this case, vanilla Pokemon.
So and so today's rumors were Politoed, Vulpix, and Houndoom. So Chat gets 1 out of 3, I get 1 out of 3, and unfortunately nobody gets that Politoed. I was thinking it was more Slowpoke, but I was very much wrong.
I continue my perfect 0 for 3 record here, so I'm happy with this.
I don't know if it's 0 for 3 if you don't guess it.
I did say I guessed 1 on Charmander, so I did not get that.
Yeah, so it is really, so having that roaming Vulpix, so they have the Vulpix information, they have to be very careful. If they're paying attention and realizing it's a roamer, they have to be careful about the information when they dex it, because it does show up on the Pokedex. So anything that's not in a cave could be, well, not a cave and not in a city, could actually be, well, the roamer instead.
Yeah, and you don't want to accidentally be looking for something only to not realize it's no longer there and finally open up that dex again, feeling like a bit of a fool, but it happens to everyone. And zethno is saving before the Sudowoodo is the correct choice in this case, because again, we do know you do want to catch this one. It is an easy evolved Pokemon.
And it seems like the non-HM field moves have been all over, or those healing moves have been all over the place. And then Chikorito with the Sandstorm. In case our runners didn't have rock moves, it's there for them. Although it looks like Morty is well aware of the Fearow strats and wields one of his own.
zethno actually runs away from Growlithe, and that is something he could have easily evolved to get an Arcanine, so not sure if he realized that was on the card, or maybe he just didn't want to. Not actually sure why he would have run.
He might be hiding information, but I am not entirely sure.
I mean, I think you could have easily caught it and chose not to evolve it. You're still effectively hiding information there that way.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But we'll see. And so Fire dispatches of Morty. Somewhat difficult, but he gets through it. Unfortunately, the Sandstorm, not only to dealing damage, but the animation takes a long time. It's one of the few animations that's kept even when you skip animations.
And as far as hiding information goes, Fire does choose to not pick up item finder, so it does continue to hide some information, or hide his progress here in this case.
Well, he was trying to hide it. I mean, it'll be something he'll pick up later. He does try a little bit of roamer strats, but it's a little bit harder on Route 38 because you're passing through the gatehouse, which is a separate area. The roamers have moving twice, so it's not as likely to encounter it, the roamers right there, as opposed to going on Route 37. Because I think Fire did recognize that it was a Vulpix roamer.
He's gonna go ahead and pick up some Super Repels here, as well as some Hyper Potions.
Selling the unneeded TMs. Pretty straightforward.
And he's gonna go through Lighthouse here just so that when he goes to Sandwood, he can just pick up that Secret Potion.
Yeah, so Mirror Badge is for sure on his path, so this is, you know, not that much of a time sink.
And we'll see if any of these Lighthouse trainers give some information as well. Although, as you said, not necessary at this point, right? You've already laid out the path that Fire and the zethno can take to get 5 bingos. Any information they get at this point would just potentially make their path easier.
Well, Fire hasn't seen the Dunsparce Giraffe Wobbuffet yet, so Column 2 isn't quite a guarantee for, or I guess Column 2 isn't quite a guarantee, and we know that Row 3 is mostly unobtainable, with the Scyther being just in Royal Islands. But the Cyndaquil information is very good, along with the Chikorita. They're both very good. Cyndaquil is a little bit easier to do because it evolves at level 14, as opposed to the 16 for Chikorita.
Ooh, Zethno gets paralyzed by the Scyther here. Luckily
it missed, so Furo was able to hit through paralysis.
But unfortunately now has to deal with this Gengar, which we know is already kind of a monster to deal with.
However, does luckily have, well, not only does he has the max revive, but he also has Feint Attack, which should be a little bit better than, it might not actually be better against Gengar than Surf, because Surf is a 95 power attack. Oh yeah, Feint Attack's much better with 60 doubled, and with the crit, that's no problem.
Yeah, it's gonna be able to handle these ghost types a lot better than Fire was.
So Fire kind of comes from a different spot. For those who are not aware, you can, with the Secret Repel, you're able to get through Route 40 and 41 all the way to Cyanwood Water without getting any encounters. Because the Repel with proper movement wears off on the last tile before you touch land. So when it runs out, you immediately get onto land and you avoid all encounters. I'm not sure if the spot he did from allows for that, but I always like to go left of the sign. Yeah. And there you go. Well demonstrated very well by Fire.
Zethno finding a Wobbuffet for a goal he already has, but that is just now 2 Pokemon we know are catchable for that goal, so if Fire does find that information.
Fire is depositing that egg, realizing it's nowhere close to hatching. And today's Shucky is... well, we'll find out in a little bit. Probably checking in the gym. It's good to check indoors in case it has teleport.
Yeah, actually, what I've seen a lot of runners do during this tournament is they'll actually wait to teach strength when they're inside this gym. That way they can teach it, use it, and check what Shucky is all in one go, and it's just a nice little efficiency there.
Yeah, menu efficiency is always really nice. Especially when you can use strength from the menu, then you don't have to worry about it. An extra text box, that is. Although, with instant text, the time loss is minimal.
So I think Zethno is still in his gym, right? He just fought this Trapper Egg, which does mean that this is something Fire will be able to dex, because that means he would have had to have fought it as well.
Yeah, so they have information, and he'll be able to see it's on Route 37, so it shouldn't be a problem. Or Route 36, so that's one of the better routes to find, because that's only grass, no water, so that's 7 slots. And now he's checking his Chucky, which is Clefable. But it does come with a berry. So the nice thing is that because as we were talking about, that he failed that Fire quit the contest without a Pokemon, although looks like Zethno actually is fighting that optional person. But anyways, as I was saying, is that Fire quit the contest, he doesn't have to pick up that berry on Route 38. Although I think Zethno is very unfamiliar with the layout with Morty's gym because he's fighting the trainer that's, well, not needed. Although also sharing experience with Bayleaf. Not quite sure why.
It may have just been an oversight. He might choose to. Ooh, yeah, he might just be unfamiliar with his gym. We'll have to see. No, he does not remove the XP share.
Well, the real question is why the experience share is on the Bayleaf to begin with. I think he doesn't realize it's Chikorita that evolves into Bayleaf, and rather than Bayleaf evolving into Chikorita. And so Bayleaf doesn't evolve into the game until, what is it, level 32, 34? So that's not going to happen on a reasonable time scale. I sort of questioned the experience share at that point. Nonetheless, Fire gets his Storm Badge at the 57-minute mark, having also done the first half of Lighthouse, so that's a very good time for him.
Yeah, and we'll get to see where he chooses to go information first. 9 times out of 10, runners just pick up the shiny. It's very easy. After that, it'll be really fun to see. Does he go directly to Jasmine to get the mineral badge? Is he going to start dexing? All these questions. This is where the run really gets interesting, in my opinion.
The other thing is that, Zethno does have the Bayleaf gang moves, but chooses not to teach it String Shot for the non-damaging TM moves, because he needs it for his Rock-type move. So it's really just kind of a big open question about it overall. Not only is it sharing experience that the Fuhrer definitely would need, but it's also wasting time, just in general.
Yeah, hopefully, because I mean, the Bayleaf and the Chikorita as a visual representation, like, it's clear which one evolves into which, so hopefully finding a Chikorita there will help remind him, oh, I already have the second evolution. And we get to see a Fearow Fate through a Sandstorm. Always fun.
Fire defeating that's his 4th Pokemaniac, and then he will be fighting the 5th one right outside here. Hopefully Zethno recognizes that it's Chikorita that evolves at level 16 and not the Bayleaf, so please take that off, the experience share off, please.
Choosing to fight this optional as well.
Well, he didn't do the contest, so it's required for that berry.
He actually did do the contest. I meant to mention that because something was happening on Fire's screen and I just happened to look over and he was in the contest, quitting out.
Oh, then I'm not quite. I mean, he could be using that instead of one of the clock reset berries. One of my fun facts is that this Pokemaniac that Fire just fought has a phone number. When you're doing the phone number ones, there's a lot of one Pokemon phone book trainers that you may not be aware of, so that's one of the easy ones to get a phone number up for.
I'm just gonna knock out these other two Pokemon trainers that's on this route on his way to go see what the shiny is today.
So it is really interesting that Fire is opting to do this first when Stop Evolving 4 is on the card. So I guess he's doing that to hopefully get some information to, but you know, it's a big question whether you want to do this now or later with that kind of stuff, because you can use those force trainers to help with the Stop Evolving 4.
Yeah, today's shiny is a golden Azumarill, and yeah, I do think using it to get information is great. Like, if you have a Pokemon that can, you know, stop evolving while you're doing it, even better. So, finding little synergies that you can do like that, always nice. He is gonna choose to get this Azumarill, it looks like. Did it show a Rock-type move?
No, but he already has one in the Alakazam. I'm not quite sure why, but I respect it nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, defeated level 40 Pokemon is on the card, so maybe he's just doing it for safety, although with his Fearow, I can't imagine any of these...
Azumarill is not a good enough Pokemon for that.
True.
Not until it gets, you know, pure power, or sorry, is it? I think huge power. In later gens, you have to remember Azumarill's attack and special attack is like 50, which is like not reusable at all. Oh, so we do have Cyndaquil information right there. So that's National Park and Route 32. He's gonna try to opt for that rather than the Crocodile information that he has right there. Gengar he'll see is in Ruins of Alph, and Slowpoke Well.
Yep.
Giraffe is on Route 44 and Route 36. Grimer, this is the information you saw. Oh, it's so that is Violet Water. Very easy, very easy. So I think he's seeing now he has the diagonals covered. Growlithe is Route 37, as we saw earlier, and Route 44. And hopefully he recognizes when he checks the Vulpix that it's might not be where he thinks it is.
Yeah, I think the route below Necrotique is the safer one to go anyway because there's no water there. So I think even if he were to go looking for this Growlithe, that's going to be the route he chooses, so he should be pretty safe here.
Well, it looks like he didn't dex the Vulpix, so he's not going to know. Did you see which Pokemon has the four? I think Fire taught over Teleport, I think, on that Doduo.
I believe so.
Oh yeah, it's very good. Yeah, I saw his 4 moves sharing its type, but I wasn't quite sure. He does choose to go Route 44 for... Can't remember which one.
I think we said this was one of the Growlithe locations.
I think there was a couple of Pokemon on Route 44. I don't remember. When I do these, of the tournament, I write them down. Right now, I'm not writing them down. And something was catching the Larvitar. I'm not sure why. Larvitar doesn't evolve for a long time as well, actually, so...
Yeah, pseudo-legendaries like Tyrant or Line and everything, it takes a while to actually get them. That's one of the trade-offs you take. It does find a coughing in this water though, so we won't have to worry about the Grimer.
Yeah, that's easy money. First, though, healing up the Fearow. And that's a Slowpoke, although he has his evolves already, so he's not worried about another easy evolution.
Truly not on the card either, so another Pokemon he'll just bypass.
And Zethno catches that coughing, very good for him. I don't think Fire will know that it's there. Yeah, that's a little sneaky one because that's Route 41. That's Route 41, I think.
Yeah, this is one of those, if you choose not to repel, or if you choose to repel, you're never coming back in the water, especially without 6 swimmers.
Actually, excuse me, that was, I think, Cyanwood water, actually. Or no, it was... No, I think Route 41. Yeah, the border between Route 41 and Route 40 from the top, I didn't quite catch it.
And he
But
does
yeah,
find
here's the
Growlithe.
Growlithe. Kind of funny that he uses Absorb and then Growlithe. Oh no!
Oh.
Growlithe has Roar. That's unfortunate.
Now, he has seen a Rattata and Oddish on here, both of which could evolve, but at level 22, probably a little bit higher level than you want to for the stop evolving 4 times.
Well, actually, for both of them, that would be, you know, directly just each level would be stop evolving, but it is on the higher side of that, and that's not what you want to see. Oh my gosh, Fire is getting really trolled by that Growlithe. He says, "You shall not have me! Go away!" Makes me wonder if that Growlithe had it on Route 36 or Route 37. It might be worth it for Fire to try to go on a different one if you know that the Growlithe might have not learned it yet.
Yeah, and based on how quickly Zethno found it, although it could have been a lucky one, it could also end up being a Pokemon that's more common on that route, so it could probably save some time finding it as well.
It's probably at most a difference of 1 move, so it's highly likely that Roar wasn't the most recent move, so... But you never know. That's always a question, like, when you know it's on multiple locations, that you might be able to get away with it. If you know it has, like, Boom or Roar, and learns moves, you might be able to find it where it has maybe taught over that move, or not quite learned it yet.
Yeah, Bayleaf update. It's hit level 20 now, so hopefully at this point, Zethno's thinking, it hasn't evolved yet, it might not evolve soon.
I don't know, I mean, at this point, I've kind of lost hope on it. Although there's a coupon! Unfortunate. Not
He
what
already
he's looking
has
for.
it, yeah.
I don't know if Fire remembers that he has Vulpix information. Because it might be a little bit easier with the Vulpix information to find out where it is.
Yeah, we just have to keep in mind what you're saying earlier, where he could go somewhere only to have it no longer be there because it's on the rover.
Ah, so very good. Growlithe says you can no longer escape. However, that doesn't stop you from being roared.
I mean, also, that's 2 non-damaging moves, right? This could be good for Zethno if he ultimately chooses to go for Growlithe later.
Fire
names
very
roar.
much does not approve of that. Growlithe.
We've been getting some good nicknames today.
Absolutely, Fire is being very expressive.
Zentho beating out Chuck here. So he will join the Fly Club here in an hour and 10 minutes.
Not too bad. He did set his time to be 10:50, so at this point his berry trees have the new day has rolled over.
Finds a Stantler, and I got excited because I confused Stantler and Giraffe, so excuse me.
They are very close, but unfortunately, Stantler is not directly on the card. It can as a normal type act as a for the move sharing its type, but that's already covered by fire.
And Fire off to pick up these black glasses. Does have flash, so doesn't have to do this in the dark.
Oh, taking the weenie way out. I was hoping Flash. I was hoping he would do it for the dark, but I think it's respectable to do it when you have Flash already, because it'll save you time rather than fumbling around.
I think he continued to express his hatred towards Scarlet though, because he specifically chose to teach over 4.
I think that Growlithe did have 4 non-damaging TMs, are very close to it. He does pick up those black glasses, very good. So he's gonna buy himself a Moonstone and a Firestone and a Waterstone, and he'll be good in that for that.
Yep, and on the other screen we see Zentho doing exactly what Fire did earlier, picking up the Pokemaniac in Mount Mortar, and most likely will be heading up to the Shiny and fighting those once on the way.
I guess not picking up that Moonstone. I guess he's gonna try to evolve the Cyndaquil, which he does know is in the national park, so that's pretty easy. Gets blocked by an NPC in the game corner. Unlucky. Oh my gosh, the Giraffe is the 100 coin poke. What a steal!
And this is why we pick up the coin case.
No sweat. Although I'm not sure, I don't think our runners. Oh, I don't think our runners have seen Mantane's Skarmory information though.
I might be confusing it with the last race, but I thought we saw Mantine. I've just been looking at a lot of Pokemon today.
There has been a lot of Pokemon, and when you do multiple, even races or multiple races with commentating or playing, the information does tend to get jumbled in the mind. And he finds a Ninetales. Oh, that's so funny.
I was curious to see if he catches it just to continue fighting this Growlithe.
Well, I think that would give away the information about... Well, not necessarily would give away that much information on... Ooh! Passes by that trainer. Can't escape the schoolboy.
Zentho doesn't catch the Azumarill, just chooses to give him Bayleaf some more experience. Zethno finds a Zapdos, or is this on a trainer?
It's on a trainer. And it looks like Fire is just having no luck finding this Pokemon. The Cyndaquil. I think he's seen like 5 different slots here already.
Yeah, definitely a bit unfortunate. Finding another shelter here on Zethno's screen.
I'm not sure what Zethno's looking for here on Route 43. Oh, never mind. He's just fighting Pokemaniac. That's what he was doing. This is the unlucky part about when you're sweet sending for things. Although he finds a Mantine! Let's go, Mantine! Meep. Coming to the rescue.
Yeah. That will definitely get column 2 locked down for him.
That actually will also help him with row 2 as well. Doesn't it? Because I don't think he checked that the Onyx Scyther information was not so good. So that's huge. That also kind of guarantees that the diagonal for him if he chooses both diagonals. Actually, well, the other diagonal if he so chooses to catch the Ho-Oh-Lugia.
And in this card particularly, because the level 40 is in that top corner on that same diagonal that Ho-Oh is, definitely a good choice, because then you can just knock out that Suicune fight, go up Tin Tower, and get both golds.
So that's not picking up a TM and looking for items. I think he's probably still hoping for that black glasses, although I'm not quite entirely sure. Since there is the black glasses that's guaranteed in Dark Cave.
And as we mentioned, we do have Flash, so you don't need to do it blind either.
Yeah, so there's no need to have inhibition about it. Although he's fighting this other trainer on the left side. Funny thing is that he spawns after the whole, he spawns after you've dealt with the rockets. So he's there now, whereas he wasn't before. Fire is double checking that the Cyndaquil does exist here. Just seems to be a 10%. Or maybe it's that 15% that you'll never find. It's always a toss-up between the two.
Yeah, we'll have to. I always want to keep like a counter here, and I always forget to set one up beforehand. So we can always just be like, it took him X amount of encounters to finally find it in moments like this. Oh, but he does find it finally.
Level 15, so one level over the minimum, but it's still very good. It has a rock move. It got the boost on the ancient power and is digging. It's just being a total troll. Luckily, in this gen, you can still throw Pokeballs down the hole and catch a digging Pokemon.
Yeah, so this will be great for Fire, right? Because he can stop it evolving 4 times and evolve it to get evolve 4 Pokemon, Lava, and that middle blue.
Yeah, so he should be good. I think he's gonna check the Gengar. Maybe the Hunter as well.
Just see which one's easier. Hunter on
Hunter was on Route 44.
Yeah.
Or sorry, Route 42. Gengar is in Slowpoke Well and Ruins of Alph, so it's Yeah, it's Route 42 and Ice Path. So I think in this phase, actually the Ice Path would probably be the easiest one because of Dex Area Beep. But Route 42 is the most convenient to get to.
Yeah, I mean, he does have easy access to Ice Path. He has been through it already.
Well, right. I mean, but that's still 5 different tables of encounters.
Yeah.
And if you're going through the front and the back, are actually the first 2 rooms in the Ice Path are the same as the last 2 rooms. It's the same room. It's just so the encounter tables are of course the same.
I'm gonna start my counter now. Let's see how long it takes him to find this Haunter. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Well, I think he needed some of that luck after being ultra cursed with the Growlithe and that Cyndaquil. I think having a little bit of relief is pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It's great for the runner. Second encounter, getting that goal really quickly, especially after having spent so much time with that cool lava.
So, Zethno is still leveling up that Bayleaf. I think it's actually getting somewhat close to evolving, which I don't even know what to say.
At this point, I'm here for it. I was wondering if he came back in here. I was wondering if he decided to go down, but no, he's gonna head back out and go back to Price's gym.
We'll definitely have to ask Zethno about that Bayleaf much later.
And today's Dojo Pokeballs Pokemon is a Skippy.
Wow. Accuracy reducing move and a speed reducing move.
Can we just use this randomizer for all races? I mean, like, I know it's no longer random at that point, but just so much information here.
Yeah. Alright, gonna pick up the experience. No, he already has experience here. He's going back for something on Route 20. Oh, the berries, right. Duh. Berry on Route 29, berry on Route 30, and that should be his 7 berries since he did pick up the berry from Resident Chucky. So now is the ceremonial moves. I'd like the chat to join me in the moves. Maybe later though, I guess. Right now it's just Tin Tower. So this is actually a really good play because it's the 3 elders, which should give enough experience for the Cyndaquil to get at least a couple levels. And then there's also the defeating 40 for the 4th one.
Yep. And Zethno is fighting all the trainers in Price's gym, so I wonder if he thinks his Bayleaf is close to evolving.
I don't even know what its level is right now. We'll have to see when he goes to the Pokemon menu or when it levels up.
He also saved before this fight, so I'm also... He isn't confusing this for Mineral Badge, I hope, as well.
Well, I'm sure he's not, but we'll make sure to keep an eye out for that. So that's 1 stop evolving for Fire already.
Bayleaf is 26.
Oh, that's still a long ways away from doing it. And oof, the unfortunate counter. Unlucky. Alright, Cynical level 17. Not quite minimal levels, but it's better.
Gets hit with a Sacred Fire, which is not gonna be fun.
But not burned, so still doing okay. He's resetting. Please, Zethno. Please for our sanity. Powder Snow. Not what, well, being paralyzed is really damaging for that Fearow. Oh, it was a Zap Cannon. Ah, Powder Snow and Zap Cannon. It's got perfect coverage. Except for Magneton. Alright, Cyndaquil is level 18 right now. So it's gained 3 levels over 2 fights. That's not too bad. It should still be able to get at least 1 more level from the last stage, assuming his Pokemon are, well, decent experience. Blastoise should be enough.
Absolutely, and it looks like Zethno's taking a different approach with this Hitmontop now, making sure he doesn't get hit by that counter yet, so that's good.
Luckily, even though it's an Ice Beam, it's much easier to deal with that because Hitmontop has very bad special. Oh, and now Fire sees the coughing information, so he's probably also gonna do... He might just get... I mean, I think that's already on his path, but this coughing, hopefully he checks it, because it'll be much better information than the Grimer. Actually, no, the Grimer was Violet Water, so actually, it's not even a problem either way.
Yeah, both are good options to go for here.
So here's the Houndoom. Splashing. I guess, I don't... You know, it seems to be enjoying the water. I mean, it's splashing around. Alright, stop evolving 4. Easy peasy. And then just needs to fight 1 more Pokemon or 2 for some experience. So that's the second bingo of the card, or second bingo for Fire. You know, it's funny because he doesn't even need that item finder. It's just not on his path.
Yeah.
3 different Genless Pokemon is not there, even though it's free. It's just not on his path. And he does have the Mineral Badge, which should help him. Although I think he may not be even going for that. Heck, he might not even... Well, I think he is going to evolve the Cyndaquil, because it's going to be...
Yeah, I
if
think...
he evolves it, that would be his 5th bingo, yeah.
Yeah, if he does the Cyndaquil, Snore, and then both diags, the Lugia, and, or Ho-Oh, Lugia, and then Coughing, Grimer, and Zubat, that would give him 5.
Yeah, so Zethno in Tojo Falls, hoping for it. Fire taking not the right path. Oh, he's not the right path to the Lugia, getting a little bit lost there. Or not Lugia, sorry, the Ho-Oh. Getting a little bit lost. A little bit of a detour. That is the 9th floor, but it's not... That's not on the card today.
Yeah, I mean, it was designed to be a maze, right? So unless he has the reference open, it's easy to confuse one path with the other path that you need.
But now he's on the correct path. Alright. Is he gonna save for... Yeah, he's gonna save. Make sure he doesn't wipe or anything bad goes on with that And it's an Ampharos. All glory to Amphi. Oh my gosh, double-edged Ampharos.
Gonna be
Scary.
very powerful. Also makes it slightly easier to catch because the recoil damage.
Not that easy to catch.
Not that much of an improvement. It's slowly getting there.
I don't think that low HP is gonna make a difference. But it does finally getting the ball. So now that's Fire's third bingo. Yeah, so this shouldn't be wrapping up pretty quickly now. I was sort of hoping there for Fires to find the roaming Vulpix.
He's been through enough. What would you do if that Vulpix also had Rover? How would you feel?
I'd just laugh it off at that point. Alright, so TM13 acquired. And so all he needs to do is keep that experience share on that Cyndaquil. It should be an easy evolve with Jasmine's experience. And then after that, sorry, you can't deposit a Pokemon with the mail on. But yeah, so just easy evolve with the experience from out there, from at least 2 level 3s and 35 should more than easily give a level to that Cyndaquil to give it enough to evolve into the Quilava. And then just gotta catch either his choice of Grimer or Coughing.
Yeah, and I mean, does he even need to fight? I mean, besides evolving the Quilava, does he really need the Mineral Badge? So I was wondering, he could have chosen
Mineral Badge is row 5 for him.
But he already has row 1, or column 1, column 2. He'll get row 2. He's got...
Actually, this finishes him, actually. This actually finishes him, because row 5, row 2... And he has column 1, column 2 in the diagonal. Actually, he doesn't even need that Coughing Zubat.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was a very angry Ampharos. Amphy's gone to the gym. I mean, just need a little bit of secret potion and then... So yeah, he's gonna have no problem with Jasmine. No matter what Jasmine's Pokemon is, he's gonna be quite the pushover.
Double Edge is gonna take care of everything that isn't a ghost.
And their Cyndaquil gets level! So, as soon as he finishes with this... Oh, and there's a Ninetales! As if to rub it in, it's like, aha! Here was all the Ninetales information!
Remember me? You didn't catch me in the, National Park when you could have.
Alrighty. Easy peasy. Mineral Badge and well, this is first the Quilava and then the Mineral Badge, and this will be GG for Fire. Finish with a time of 1:35.16. GG.
Very impressive run here.
GG. So we'll invite him to the interview and see how it goes. GG Fire. Congrats on the win.
Race. We don't talk about it. Let's not talk about it.
Well, then I'm not sure what to talk about if we're not talking about this race in the interview.
So, what did you have for dinner?
I had a hamburger.
Damn, sounds much better than this ROM then.
I don't know. It's all the parts that you don't want to see. But congrats on the win. You are 3-0, so you are definitely guaranteed to make it through to the next stage. How does it feel?
I don't feel like I deserve it, not after this. I got lost in Tin Tower, I feel bad.
You did get lost in Tin Tower. Maybe a little bit of practice.
I thought I was in the other spot, so it's like, okay, you go here.
At least, I mean, did you have a map open?
No, I was just goofing at that point because my brain was melting from having to deal with ghost types and stuff.
That's okay. At least you didn't pull a full Septros and getting lost with the map open.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
You definitely had some unfortunate luck here between, like you said, the ghosts, the Growlithe just constantly roaring you, and then Tin Tower. I mean, like, it's definitely understandable, and you persevered. And honestly, it was really impressive seeing you to handle all of this in stride.
You know, the worst part about it is that right before I was facing the Haunter of Doom, I was literally thinking, you know what, I should have taught Pain Attack just in case I would find a ghost. I'm like 2 fights away, what could possibly go wrong, right? And then everything went wrong really fast.
And that Gengar was still giving you trouble too. Psychic Gengar, oof.
I mean, at least I only died once, I guess.
So did you realize that one of the Romars was a Vulpix?
I had a feeling, but I didn't really care too much, because Growlithe was available.
You did have the Vulpix information, but luckily you didn't check it.
There is a question in chat from Wysta. He wants to know, why didn't you run the Kabutops?
Oh yes, we saw you run away from the Kabutops. That's very uncharacteristic.
I gave it
to run away.
a serious thought, but by that time I was already looking for stuff for a long while, and I wasn't sure if I could, you know, afford to meme that much. But I was seriously tempted, not gonna lie.
Very well. Yes, that's fine. So for those who are unaware, Kabutops is his favorite Pokemon.
Yep, it and Yama are my buddies.
So overall, that Fearow really did pretty well for you.
Yeah.
Despite
Okay.
having a low attack there, though.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have the fear, okay, so if the fear wasn't the starter and I didn't have it, I would probably definitely run Kabutops. But like, because it was a starter, and I would assume that my opponent would be running it, if I didn't have at least as good of a main, I would fall behind very quickly. So that's why I didn't want to risk the Kabutops. But you know, considered it.
Absolutely.
Also,
you both-
how did he get 3 Gentlest? What the hell? What is he doing?
Well, he found a Mew in Route 30. It was really bad. You did run away from that Magnemite, but he caught Porygon 2 right now in Slowpoke Well, and he ran into, I guess, on the way back or something, Suicune on Route 42. What a meme.
Yeah, but even then, it was Magnemite and Zapdos, and that's it. I think that's all the info I have.
Yeah. It was more amazing because you didn't grab the item finder. It was just never in your path. He did
It was,
find...
until I realized Genderless was not a thing, and then I gave up.
Yeah. He did run into surfing on the way to Cyanwood, and he found Bayleaf in Union Cave with Rollout.
See,
But you... Sorry, go on.
No, yeah, that go was free. The Amphi had, which was the hole, it had rock slide, so everyone's gonna get it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I think overall went well for you, despite the ghost troubles and the roaring Growlithe. But you did also name that execute. Was it just because you saw that it had a bunch of non-damaging TM moves?
No, I was just frustrated that it was at low health and it escaped like 4 balls and then it started healing itself and I got pretty sad.
But that really made your goal path really easy, though.
Yeah, I was considering just catching another Doduo and trying to give it a couple of levels if that was gonna boil down to it.
Yeah, it came in clutch that Doduo had teleport, so you could just zip back forward.
Can't look good strats.
Also, Giraffe, even though it was an easy find on Route 36, that's where Zethno found it, you made a smart play and got it in the game corner.
Yeah, at that point I had my path pretty much set, but since I was there anyway, I mean, if there were a bunch of genderless, then I could still like change it. And then Mantine's Karmory just saved my bacon.
Oh yeah, that Mantine coming out of nowhere. I mean, it took you forever to find that Cyndaquil. I think you saw all the slots on National Park.
Oh, the Steelix, baby.
Yeah, Steelix and Ninetales just taunting you.
We don't talk about the Growlithe, please.
Oh, but we already have.
Oh no.
That's okay, you didn't run it today.
Small comment. When you taught Growlithe Flash, did you deliberately teach over, or were you getting your little bit of vengeance there?
Yes, 100% thought over it. Just in case I had to switch to it to catch something, and then I had to weaken something, and then I accidentally would press roar. Just in that specific case, I would teach Flash over it.
How did it feel though? Because you saw that male Granbull on the first path of Route 29, and then never again.
I mean, much like the Taurus, I would be getting it if I was to see it, but otherwise I was not going to hunt for that, because I already had a Furo Slash, which was good enough for me. And Absorb for the rock types, which came in clutch more than I would like to admit.
It did. It gave you lots of health back. So yeah, it's pretty good. I don't have any more questions. Do you have any more, Fancy?
I don't. Just want to ask, where can people follow you and find you and give you a chance to shout out yourself a bit?
I mean, not gonna lie, I have a bit of a guilty pleasure, because I usually play the Demon franchise. Usually known from Digimon speedruns. Even though I'm playing the Pmon today, I usually play the Demon one.
So you're admitting to being a heretic.
Yes, I admit it. But don't worry, as soon as I finish the tournament, I'm quitting Crystal forever, and then I'm going back to my roots of playing the superior monster franchise.
Well, it was so nice to have you. Not joking. Just.
It was very nice to have you, and thank you again for joining this tournament, and good luck with your last match.
Yeah,
Alright, fellas.
As much as you want to return to Digimon, would love to see you stick around as well. You have been a very entertaining racer here.
Yep. At any point, it's 11 p.m. for me. Thanks for the commentary. I'm gonna hit the bed. See everyone.
Alright, thank you very much.
So now we get Zethno, who does have column 5 complete. Looks like he's picking up the extra berries to get Snore as well. So Zethno would really benefit from finding that Mantine information. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a reason to go to National Park.
He really doesn't. Not at this point, no. I think his final finish is, I guess, evolving 4 different Pokemon. Furkidabra. Oh no, Zethno, you have to talk to the man first. There you go. Alright, so he's gone Snore.
He might go up, Lighthouse, thinking maybe that's where Fire got the Mantine information. If he hasn't gone up Lighthouse already.
I don't know. He's still looking for non-damaging TM moves. Hasn't quite found anything there. Although that Mew is awfully close to, or sort of close to it. I'm not quite sure what his path to finish is at this point, unfortunately. Because he hasn't seen Cubone. I don't think he's seen Cubone at all.
No, I don't think we've seen a Diglett either.
Although maybe, just maybe, when he goes, if he sees the Ninetales information on Jasmine, just maybe he'll get the Ninetales. Although it's really confusing that because he didn't pick up the Ho at the top of Tin Tower. I think he just defeated the 40 and left. I wasn't paying attention at that point much.
And even if he does go to National Park for the Ninetales, it did seem like that was one of the most common ones, so he may not, if he goes there for that, he may not stay long enough to find the Mantine.
So now I'm still really confused, because he seems to be still trying to evolve that Bayleaf. Please, no, my sanity. Still sharing the experience, and that's quite the buff Bayleaf, not gonna lie. Even fighting all the Pokemon trainers in the lighthouse for any information, just anything.
Listen, at this point, he's committed, right? He's put so much resources into it, he's got to see it out. I'm here for it.
What level is it even at right now?
Last I saw 28, but it may have leveled up a couple times since then.
I think it's still 36. It's still quite a while to 36. And this, folks, is why you don't try to do evolving a Pokemon in the 30s, except if it's something you're maining, like a Scyther. This is the exact reason why. That even with all these extra trainers, it doesn't really happen.
Yeah, and at this
I think
point,
the only exception maybe is if you get a trade Pokemon. Or something that gets double experience.
And at this point, it looks like he is just intentionally fighting these trainers, right? Because he could have skipped this one, he could have skipped the last one, so... Hopefully, probably giving more experience to this Bayleaf, hopefully looking for more information, right? Maybe the Furcadabra Onyx would be really nice. Bayleaf is level 30.
Only 6 more levels, guys. Only 6 more levels. Guys and gals and whoever else is around. Alright, so Zethno is leaving the lighthouse. Looking at information. Looking at the Vulpix information. Oh my gosh, I think that's the roamer.
It's only the roamer, yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Please check your Pokedex again! Oh no, sir! This is not gonna be pretty.
Please?
Oh wait, he's checking the dex! Ah!
Okay, he knows.
He knows! He knows! It's moving around! Thank goodness Fire didn't try chasing the... Oh my gosh. So... It's really unfortunate that Zethno... Oh wait, no, okay. Zethno is going for the Growlithe. Nope. No, he's trying for the roaming Vulpix. Does he not remember that he has Growlithe information that he's seen on this specific route too?
I mean, in his defense, at least we as commentators know, even if he goes for it, might get roared away.
Yeah, also, unfortunately, the way he's doing... Okay, the way Zethno is doing this roaming stuff, he will not find the roamer because the roamer will run away from the routes you're taking. So the way to do that, if you're going to do this, is to go between Route 36 and Ruins of Alph. The chances of finding it doing between Route 37 and Ecruteak is, well, very low.
Yeah, hopefully he takes a break from... Oh, it's the optional. I was gonna say, hopefully he takes a break from this just to go finish Jasmine and get the Ninetales information.
I don't even know anymore. Yeah, Vulpix is not around. Unfortunately, saving is really not going to help either. Because there's not a guarantee that's going to be there.
He is looking up something else. Is who probably... Please check the Growlithe. Please remember you. Even if you don't remember where you saw it, please remember you saw one.
Not only saw one, he's fought at least a couple of them too.
So I know I joined late, and I know as soon as I joined you mentioned this. Which runner was the one that was dexing things as soon as they saw them?
Zethno was dexing everything.
I wonder if maybe thinks he's already dexed the Growlithe. Oh, please be a Growlithe. No. Repel runs out. If he continues not to repel, then I'm going to assume he remembers that the Growlithe is here. Finds a Dug Trio, not a Diglett, which is unfortunate as well, because that would be a big find for him. And he does find the Growlithe, so hopefully that gets him out of this route here.
Oh, please, please don't have Roar, although I think it might have Roar still.
It was in the 3rd spot on Fires.
So yeah, it only learns one move between that stuff, but he catches it! So maybe, or, okay, I think the nightmare part, half of the nightmare is over.
You don't need the
Still
Vulpix
looking for
anymore.
the Vulpix! Please, please stop! Also, you have Sweet Scent. It's not gonna help with the roamer, but I really hope he doesn't continue looking for the roamer. Not to sound like a broken record, but please, my sanity.
I've been commentating for 3.5 hours at this point. My throat needs a break as well. Alright, if he catches this Oddish, that's a Pokemon he can stop evolving 4 times. That would be middle goal for him.
It is 6 levels though at that point, so yeah, he's. I think it's kind of.
That's right, Oddish does evolve at a higher level than I thought. He is bound and determined to find this Vulpix.
Yeah, unfortunately, the way this is going, it's probably not the way to do it.
Given the information that he has, where would your next move be to try and finish out this card?
Well, first, go for the mineral badge. At that point, I don't even know. I mean, catch the ho-oh, hope it's something. I don't know if he has enough information. I mean, he can do the Evolve 4, he can do Ho-Lugia, he can do Archon and Ninetales and the Stop Evolve 4, so he'll have at least 2 bingos. And the 4 Pokemon sharing its move type he can do. He just really needs to see any of the, either find an Onyx or see the keep on Diglett.
At this point, I think he's realizing that Vulpix won't come to a route he keeps going to, right? He keeps entering, exiting, and checking the decks.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like he is headed elsewhere. Trying to get a little bit on the later side for this, but we do have some room to keep going for a bit. But yeah, it looks like Zethno is going to keep going for a while. It seems like he's very determined to get the roamer. Yeah, and he is in the spot that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, so I think, thank you all for coming in here. I think we're gonna. Oh, wait, no, it was Route 36 there. No. Well, I was gonna cut it off, but I don't think he was aware that it was on Route 36 for him when he was on it. So it might be a little bit longer for him to get the roamer, but I think we are gonna probably cut the broadcast here, and we'll go over. So the next match coming up is Kevin versus Cypress tomorrow at 1 p.m. Followed by at 3 o'clock p.m. Dylan is my name versus Kirito. And then on Thursday will be Garfield the Lightning versus Kirito at 4 o'clock p.m. And then Finn versus Diego Lazo at 7 p.m. And those are the races for the next few days. Stick around, everyone, for the stay around here for all races. Huge shout outs to both of our runners, and to my co-commentator, the fancy one who's been sitting here and being real trooper, covering all the a lot of different matches.
Yeah, again, gonna echo what you said. Very much enjoyed both these races today. Props to zethno to sticking this out, right? It's 2 hours. A lot of times you'll see people just give up at this point. The fact that he's persevering, something to be really commended. So definitely, in the chat, I've done the exclamation R, exclamation C. Definitely make sure you check out both of our runners. Check out Snow Bear's stream as well. I do not stream, so you won't see me there. Sorry about it. But yeah.
No worries. Thank you very much, everyone.